Hi guys, my name's Julie. I'm one of the teachers at Yoga Habit. I am here in my living room about to teach a 60-minute beginner class. I teach the beginner class typically at the studio on Tuesday nights, so I thought it would be great to have a beginner class on our YouTube channel. I just have my mat here. If you have a block, feel free to use it. I'm not going to call any poses with props, but if you have a block, obviously, or a strap, feel free to use it. One of the things I love about beginner classes is it, encourages people in your life. Maybe someone you're quarantined with isn't a yogi. This is a great chance for you to kind of get them on a mat or on the carpet or on a towel next to you doing a little yoga today. So that being said, we're going to get started. This is a 60-minute class, and we're going to start on our backs. So just come down onto your back, bring your feet nice and wide, just about the width of your mat. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, and then gently let your knees knock in towards one another. Take a really deep breath in, and then sigh it out your mouth. Again, full breath in, feel your chest expand. Sigh it out your mouth. And then just take a few moments here in this first pose of class to bring some awareness to your breath and your body. Ground your feet into the floor. Maybe start to rock your knees from side to side. And bring a little bit of slow, intentional movement. And then bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins just for a breath. And then we're going to take a little bit of a hip stretch to start class. So cross your left ankle over your right knee. Lift up your right leg. Interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Flex both of your feet and then draw your right leg towards the center of your body. And you should feel this through your left hip. And imagine the bottom of your right foot pressing into a wall. And on your next breath out, draw your right leg a little bit closer towards your chest. And then switch to the other side, crossing your right ankle over your left knee, interlacing your hands behind your left thigh. And same thing here, take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, draw your left leg a little bit closer towards the center of your body. Keep both of your feet flexed. And noticing without judgment or without expectation if this side feels a little bit different than the right or the left. Okay, one more cycle of breath. And then again, hug your knees into your chest. Take a couple body rocks up and down your mat. Start to massage out your spine. I bring a little bit of momentum in here. One more time. Cross your legs, bring your hands to the floor, come into a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. And then spread your fingers out nice and wide. Ground your palms into the floor. Tuck your toes under. On a breath in, bring your gaze forward, tilt your tailbone up. On your exhale, round your spine, bring your gaze to your belly button. Again, inhale, cow pose, draw your shoulder blades together. Exhale, cat, push the floor away, away. One more time. Cow pose, gaze forward. Cat pose. This time, stay here in cat. Imagine your belly button on a string being lifted up towards the ceiling. Press your hands and your feet into the floor. Hover your knees up off of the mat, just an inch. Draw your belly button to your spine. Right, hug everything in. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Start to build a little bit of fire in here. One more breath in. Downward facing dog. Breath out. Bring some movement to this first down dog. Bend your right knee and your left knee. And maybe shake your head out. Right, whatever kind of feels good on your mat today. And then bring a soft bend to your knees. Lift your sitting bones up towards the ceiling. Draw your chest towards your thighs. Lift your right leg up. Flex your foot. Bend your knees. Stack your hips. Lower your right foot back to the floor. Left leg lifts this time. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Maybe even lift up onto your right toes, get a little bit more opening. And then lower your left foot down. Take a breath in together. Breath out. Inhale. Set your eyes at the back of your mat. Exhale. One more full breath in. Clear all the air out. Get really, really empty. Bend your knees. Walk your feet to your hands. Okay, ragdoll pose. Separate your feet nice and wide, at least hips width distance apart. Grab onto opposite elbows. Rock from side to side. It maybe bring a little bit of your weight into your toes, right? A little bit too far forward. And then rock your weight back a little bit into your heels. Right, find somewhere right in the middle. Lower your hands to the floor, heel toe your feet together. Lift and spread all 10 of your toes, ground down through the four corners of each foot. And then keeping a soft bend in your knees, rise all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up overhead. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And I'd like to set an intention today for some peace and some ease for all of you amid all of the uncertainty and the chaos. One more time, full breath in, cleansing breath out. Mountain pose, reach up, look up, fold forward. Halfway lift, bring your hands to your thighs, draw your shoulder blades together. I'm gonna take one more breath in here, fold forward. Again, mountain pose, press down through your feet, deep breath in, reach up. Fold. Halfway lift, inhale. High plank, exhale. Right? High plank is just a high push-up position. Again, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, spreading your fingers out nice and wide. Take a deep breath in. Stay, breath out. One more, inhale. Downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath here. One more, come high on your toes, bend your knees, walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, fold. Mountain pose, lift up out of your hips, take a little back bend, fold forward. Halfway lift, high plank. Now take one breath in, lower your knees to the floor. Again, together, inhale, lower halfway down, hug your elbows to your sides, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breath in, clear it out. Inhale. Empty. Lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. Walk your feet to your hands halfway. Fold. Mountain, reach up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. High plank. Take one breath in, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. One breath in, clear all the air out, walk your feet forward, halfway, fold, chair pose. So take a wide-legged chair here. And then lift and spread all 10 of your toes. Sink your weight back into your heels. Take a breath in, breath out. Inhale. Sit a little lower, exhale. One more breath in, fold forward. Halfway lift, high plank. Take a breath in, lower your knees to the floor. One more, inhale, low plank. Upward facing, downward facing. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Draw your right hip back, pull your left hip forward. Sink just a hair lower into your right leg. Take one more breath in, reach up. Listen here, bring your hands to the floor to frame your right foot. Lift your back heel over your back toes. Plant your left hand, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. One more breath in, downward facing dog. Take a moment to reset. Breath in, cleansing, breath out. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Notice your foundation here. Ground down into the 4 corners of your left foot. At the same time, press back through your right heel. Don't forget your core. Draw your belly button up and in. Relax your shoulders. One more breath in. Hands to the floor. This time lift your right heel over your right toes. Plant your right hand down, left arm lifts. Breath in, breath out. One more inhale. Downward facing dog. Breath in, empty. Inhale, clear it out, exhale. One more time, high on your toes, bend your knees. Step forward, halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose, wide-legged chair. Draw your chest away from your thighs. Pull your upper arm bones back. Sink a little bit lower. One more breath in. Fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Stay here or lower to your knees. Take one breath in. Low plank. Upward facing. Downward facing. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. This time open warrior two. Make sure that your right kneecap is stacked over your right ankle. Set your eyes somewhere on your right hand. 3 rounds of breath. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. This time, bring your hands to the floor. Take that low lunge. Plant your left hand, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Downward facing dog. Breath in, sigh, breath out. Left leg steps, warrior one. Land here first. Notice your breath. Warrior two, open up. Again, check the alignment in your front leg. Make sure your left toes and your left kneecap are both facing forward. Set your eyes at a single point. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Bring your hands to the floor. Take that lunge, twist, open up. Downward facing dog. Good work. Shake it out here a little bit. And then bring your knees to the floor. Come into child's pose. Knees nice and wide, just about the width of your mat. Sink your hips back towards your heels. And then plant your hands firmly into your mat. Lift your hips up again, downward facing dog. This time a little bit faster, just one breath per pose. Step your right foot forward, warrior one, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Hands to the floor, take that lunge, plant your left hand, reach your right arm up. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Open two. Reverse your warrior. Hands to the floor. Plant your left hand, reach your right arm or your left arm up. Step back, downward facing dog. It's time to lift your right leg up. Bring your knee to your nose. Send it back. Knee to nose. Send it back. Last time, knee to nose. Step your right foot forward. Lower your left knee to the floor. You might need to walk your right foot forward just a little. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Keep drawing your belly button toward your spine. Notice where you can bring a little bit of ease into this pose. Soften the muscles in your face. And take another breath in. Bring your arms out to a T. Right, palms face forward. One more breath in. Twist to the right. On an inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. On an exhale, deepen this twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more inhale. Twist, open, exhale. Crescent lunge. Right, untuck or tuck your back toes. Straighten your back leg. Warrior two, open up. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Side angle, bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Draw both of your shoulder blades back. One more breath in, reach forward. High plank. Take one breath in, low plank, or downward facing dog. This time, lift your left leg up. Bring your knee to your nose. Send it back. Knee to nose. Send it back. One more time, knee to nose, hold. Step through, crescent lunge. Again, gently lower your right knee to the floor, untuck your toes. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Bring some energy in through your hands, through your fingertips. Take one more breath in. Open up. Inhale together. Twist to the left. Take a breath in, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Breath in. Twist, open. Two more. Come back to center, reach your arms up, tuck your right toes under, lift your back leg. One more breath. Warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Side angle, left side, left forearm to left thigh. Make sure that your left knee isn't caving in. Right, send it towards the pinky toe edge of your left foot. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Keep your left arm and your left hand activated. One more breath in, reach forward, get a side body stretch. High plank. One breath in, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Come high on your toes, bend your knees, step forward. Halfway lift, fold, mountain, chair. All right, same wide-legged chair. Lift your toes, sink your weight back into your heels. Imagine that your right and left sides are both hugging in towards your center line. One more breath in. Bring your left hand to the inside of your feet. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Press your left arm into your left leg. Get a little bit deeper of a twist. One more breath in. Fold forward. Yogi toe lock, grab onto your big toes. Draw your chest toward your thighs. Let your head and your neck relax. Release your feet or your toes, fold forward. Halfway lift, fold. Again, chair pose. Draw your belly button up and in. Sink your hips a little bit lower. Breath in. Bring your right hand to the inside of your feet this time. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, twist, exhale. Breath in. Stay, breath out. I feel it too. One more breath in. Fold forward. Yogi toe lock or gorilla pose, or get water. Walk your hands under the tops of your feet. So that your toes are in your wrist creases. And bend your knees a lot here, so your chest is basically resting on the tops of your thighs. Release your feet, fold forward, and then heel toe your feet together, halfway lift, take that flat back, fold, mountain pose, rise to stand, eagle pose, right side. Okay, right arm under, right leg over. Hug your right thigh into your left. Lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. And then switch to the other side. Reach up. Quick transition. Left arm under, left leg over. You can always take opposite shoulders or opposite elbows. Keep your lifted foot flexed. Other side, eagle on the right, right arm under, right leg over. Don't forget your core, belly button up and in. Eagle on the left. All right, set your eyes at a single point in front of you. See if you can settle your gaze at one point. Sink a little bit lower and then reach up, mountain pose. All right, I'm gonna adjust my mat a little bit here. And then keep your arms lifted. Bring your right knee into your chest. Flex your right foot. Draw your upper arm bones back. And take a deep breath in. On your exhale, airplane pose, arms long by your sides. Palms face the floor. Bring a soft bend into your standing leg. Send your fingertips towards the back of the room. Create up dog through your chest. And then stay with me, come back here. My standing leg raise. Airplane pose. Ground your left foot into the floor. Standing leg raise. Airplane. One more round, breath in, standing leg raise. Airplane pose. One more time, reach up. Lower everything down. Shake your legs out. Left side. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. This time, bring your left knee into your chest. Engage your core. Lift your left knee up just a little bit higher. Take one breath in. Airplane pose. Dial your left hip down in line with your right. Draw your shoulder blades together, create up dog through your chest, and then standing leg raise, come back. Airplane pose. Find your breath, inhale, standing leg raise. Exhale, airplane. Standing leg raise, breath in. Clear it out. Last time, standing leg raise, bring your knee into your chest. Lower everything down. Tree pose, right side. So there are lots of ways you can take tree. You can bring your right heel into your left ankle, the sole of your right foot into your left calf, or sole of your foot into your thigh. Try to lengthen your breath. Press your right foot into your left leg. Feel your left leg press back into your right foot. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Maybe let your gaze follow. And then switch to the other side. Tree pose on the left. Notice where you can bring a little bit of ease into this pose. Drop your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your shoulders. Set your eyes gently at a single point. Maybe take a different arm variation. One more breath in. Lower your left foot down to meet your right. Walk to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Fold forward. Halfway lift, press your hands into your thighs. High plank. And take a breath in. Stay, breath out. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Right, root your left heel into the floor. And then open warrior two. Straighten your front leg without locking out your knee. Reach your right fingertips forward, kick your hips back, and then gently rest your hand on your right shin. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. It's really important here for your shin to press up into your hand instead of your hand pressing down into your shin. I always imagine I'm reaching for a rope coming down from the ceiling. One more breath in. Press into your feet, rise to stand. Turn your toes to face forward. Keep a nice wide-legged stance here. Bring your hands to your hips, take a deep breath in, and then fold forward. And then just start to bend into each knee. Right, moving your hands from side to side, bringing a little bit of fluid or dynamic movement into this stretch. Maybe lift up onto your heel. Work your hamstrings a little bit here. Right, whatever feels good for you on your mat. And then come back to center. Make sure you have a little bit of softness through your knees. And then turn your fingertips back behind you. Walk your hands through your feet. Relax your head and your neck. And then walk your hands forward again so they're just underneath your shoulders. Take a deep breath in, breath out. And then come to a flat back, bring your hands to your hips, rise to stand, turn your toes forward, walk your back foot in about halfway. So make sure your hips are square, so your hips are both facing forward, and that you have at least hips width distance in between your feet. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine, and then fold forward. Okay, so if you can, feel free to bring your hands to the floor. I feel this enough just when I take a flat back. So sometimes I'll interlace my hands behind my back, and this is enough for me. So I'm gonna stay right here. Take one more breath in. And then release your hands to the floor. If you're not already there, step back, downward facing dog. We're gonna go through that same sequence on the other side. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Open warrior two. This time straighten your left leg. Reach your left fingertips forward, bring your left hand to your shin, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Remember, press your shin into your left hand. Breath in, breath out. Maybe draw your right hand back a little bit. Inhale, exhale. One more round. Press into your feet, rise all the way up to stand. Walk your back foot in about halfway. We're gonna go right to pyramid pose on this side. So set yourself up, square your hips, reach your arms up towards the ceiling, and then fold forward. Again, softness through your left knee. Draw your left hip back. Press into your right heel. One more breath in. Downward facing dog. Set your eyes at the back of your mat. Send your heels towards the floor. Notice that stretch through the backs of your legs. And then walk your feet to your hands, come to a seat. Set up for bridge pose. So lay down onto your backs, bend your knees. You should just be able to graze your heels with your fingertips. Make sure your feet are just about hips width distance apart. Interlace your hands behind your back. Walk up onto your shoulders. Gently lift your hips. And that word gently is really key here. So what I would recommend and what I try to do in my own practice is imagine lifting your chest instead of your hips up towards the sky. One more breath in, lower down. You can move your knees from side to side. All right, bridge or rest. If you want the back bend, take the back bend. If not, you can move right into Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together, knees go wide. We're gonna take 2 more bridge poses. So lift up. All right, press your feet into the floor. Bring some energy to your glutes and your thighs. Imagine your heart on a string being pulled up. Lower down. Deep breath in. Cleansing breath out. Last back bend, bridge pose, lift up. And you can keep this variation where your hands are interlaced, or you can bring your hands, press into your elbows, right? So your palms face one another. Set your eyes at a single point. Bring your awareness to your breath. We're going to hold this one for a little bit longer. One of my favorite teachers always says the pose doesn't really start until you really want to come out. Stay for 10. I know I feel it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together, knees go wide. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Or if this is a little bit too much on your hips, you can go back to where we started. Right, feet nice and wide on your mat, let your knees knock in. Take a moment here to slow down your breathing. In my own practice, I like to take a moment here for gratitude. Okay, just to think of a couple things that I'm grateful for. A cup of coffee, a Zoom meeting with friends, a hot shower. Think of the simple things that you can be grateful for today. And bring your knees into your chest. Stay here, take happy baby, grab onto the outsides of your feet, draw your knees towards your shoulders. And then again, hug your knees tightly into your chest, just like at the beginning of class. Take a couple body rocks. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. And step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee to the floor, untuck your toes. And then maybe let your right knee kind of drift over towards the right. Maybe lift the inside sole of your right foot. You can stay here or feel free to lower down to your forearms. And take 5 long, slow cycles of breath here. And then slowly lift back up onto your hands. Step your right foot back. And then again, lift your right leg up, bend your knee, open up your hip. Lower your right foot to the floor. Take that low lunge on the other side. Stepping your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee to the floor, untuck your toes. And then again, let your left knee kind of drift over towards the left, getting into your hip on your left side. Stay here or lower to your forearms. This feels good for me, so I'm going to stay here. Three more rounds of breath. And then slowly step your left foot back. Take the counter stretch on this side. Lift your left leg up, bend your knees, stack your hips. And then lower your left foot down to the floor. Walk your feet to your hands. Come to a seat. Extend your legs out long in front of you. Remove the flesh from under your sitting bones. Flex your toes back towards you. Take a deep breath in, reach up, and then fold forward. Try to keep that length through your spine. Imagine your heart pulling forward. And then sit back up, take tree legs. So extend your right leg out long, hug your left foot kind of into your right thigh. Take a deep breath in, lengthen, and then fold forward. Take a side body stretch here. Bring your right arm or your right forearm to the inside of your right leg. Reach your left arm up overhead. Try to keep your left sitting bone grounded down into the floor. And draw your left shoulder back. One more breath in. Switch to the other side. Extend your left leg out long. Take a deep breath in. Fold forward. And take the side body stretch on this side. Left hand or left forearm to the inside of your extended leg. Reach your right arm up overhead this time. And imagine that you were breathing a little bit more space in between each of the ribs along your right side. One more breath in, and then come all the way up. Extend your legs out long. Roll all the way down onto your backs. Set up for fish pose. So bring your hands just under your hips. Lift up onto your forearms. Right, and just like in bridge pose, imagine your chest lifting up towards the ceiling. Gently let your head drop back. Keep your heart lifted. Press your hands, your forearms into the floor. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out your mouth. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. One more time. Inhale, lift, sigh. Lower all the way down to the floor. Take a full body stretch. Reach your arms up overhead. Extend your legs out long, and then bring your right knee into your chest. Send it over towards the left. Bring your gaze to the right. And then come back through center. Too close to the couch. Bring your left knee into your chest. Send it over towards the right. Bring your gaze to the left. And then come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. All right, one last time. Wrap your arms around your shins. Bring your forehead to your knees. Take a really deep breath in. And then release Shavasana. Extend your legs out long. Rest your arms by your sides. And for the last few moments of class, close your eyes. Let your normal breathing rhythm return. Let your body soften into the ground beneath it. I've been having a little bit of trouble sleeping lately, as I'm sure a lot of you have been. Whenever I have a really restless night, I always come back to the tools that I've learned through yoga. Bring my awareness to my breath. Start to follow each inhale and each exhale. And more than anything, I try to remind myself to focus on the present moment. It's so easy now to project 2, 3 weeks, months into the future. As best as you can, use what you've learned, what you know through your yoga practice, your breath. Settle your gaze, focus on your foundation. Use those tools, even just for a moment, to help you stay in the present. Start to bring some movement back to your fingers and your toes. Bring your knees into your chest, roll onto your right side. And then when you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, make your way to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to heart center. And as a virtual community, take a deep breath in. Long cleansing breath out. Bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead. Together we bow and say namaste. Thanks guys so much for practicing with me today. I'm wishing you as much peace and ease as possible through these challenging times, and I hope to see you back in the studio soon. Thank you.